been having dreams.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about how I stay motivated, how I got motivated, and all that good stuff. So my thumbnail, I have it pulled up because it's got all my topics on it. I'm gonna start with what happened in my life, and I've already kind of explained this in a few videos just briefly, but growing up I was always bullied and it didn't bother me or really do anything for the longest time. And then when I got into high school, I got bullied out of high school. So it got so bad to the point where like I dropped it. I left the school I was at and I ended up having to switch schools, and it didn't get better at my new school because it continued on since it was in the same area. So pretty much all I did was all the classes I needed to get the credits to graduate high school, went to those classes and went home, didn't stay around the school, didn't hang out with anybody. I did what I had to do to get done. And so when I was graduating high school, I was pretty much like, I had one person in my life and he was kind of my reason I graduated high school, because it was a boyfriend at the time, and he constantly was like, no, you can't give up, you gotta keep doing, keep like finishing your classes, do your projects, do your assignments. And like I always went to school for all the little classes I had to do and got all my stuff done. And I kind of was like, he was like one of my reasons why I graduated high school and didn't give up or stop going. So when I graduated high school, I had one thing I got was, well, my grad gift was, like part of it was getting my first tattoos. And so that's another thing I want to explain today is, like I have, I don't know if you can really see that, it says just breathe right here. And everybody makes weird comments to me because it's like such a basic tattoo, but nobody knows my story behind it. And it's pretty much because all through high school, every time something would happen, I was constantly going, just breathe, like they don't need your reaction, breathe through it, you're fine, you can get through this. And I was constantly doing that. So my parents helped me and they got me this tattoo and also another one, but that one's not really as of importance to this video. But yeah, so that was kind of what happened to me when I was in high school. And when I, like, because of that whole thing, I never actually picked like a career path I wanted to go down when I was in school, because all I was doing was trying to graduate and I wasn't trying to pursue anything. So the summer, or like actually probably like the last month of high school, I kind of figured out that I like obviously I liked fitness, but I started kind of getting into personal training and like the idea of it. And so I looked into that course, and I didn't have the courses I needed from high school. So I got a little bit of motivation. So when I graduated high school, I actually went back to high school, literally like 3 weeks after I graduated maybe, to go and take biology 20, which is like grade 11 biology. And then I went to my college and I ended up upgrading and taking my bio 30 that I needed, and a bunch of other courses that were part of the program. And the following September, I believe, I can't remember, yeah, I think it was the following September or the summer of, I actually got accepted into my program, which pushed my, that was another thing I had a problem with, was it pushed my program about a year. So usually the program's 2 years, and it took me 3 years to get through all of my college courses, but it was worth it. I don't regret it. I'm like getting sidetracked right now. Yeah, so all that stuff happened. I lost motivation, gave up, like didn't even think about a career. Finally found a career I liked, pursued it, got my diploma in personal training, and I have my corrective exercise certification. Plus I found something that actually made me happy. So when I turned 18 though, after I started doing all this stuff, when I was, this is gonna be so many ums and backs and forths, I'm so sorry about this video, but when I grew up, or I lived in California for a little bit, and I got to go to Disneyland a bunch and all that fun stuff. And so I was obsessed with Dumbo, and I love Dumbo. Dumbo is cute, and the most amazing quotes come from Dumbo. And so there's a quote, and it's, the very thing that holds you down is going to lift you back up. And so when I turned 18, that was my third tattoo I got, and it's on my thigh. And a lot of people just think, oh, it's another girly quote, but all my tattoos pretty much have meaning to me. Not all of them, but like pretty much all of them. That quote is the reason I have never gave up. I did it when I turned 18 because my mindset changed once I found a program I wanted to do and a career I wanted to pursue. And I got this tattoo, and it's been my motivation ever since, because it's gonna be my tattoo one day where I can look down and be like, every single kid that tried to tear me apart, ruin my life, make me believe that I was never gonna make anything of my life and I was never enough for anybody and anything, that I'm gonna look down and have this tattoo that says, the very thing that holds you down is going to lift you back up. And those are the people that tried to destroy me and actually created who I am now. And that's one of my biggest motivations, and I don't really show it off very often because I don't wear shorts like at all, but a lot of people don't know that story behind it. But that's another motivation I have, as another like tattoo. So my whole thumbnail is, again, what happened in my life. So that's like a brief little explanation, I don't even know if I said it right the first time, about what I went through, why I chose my career I did, and some things that happened, and a couple of the tattoos that go behind it. I can go more into the tattoos because there's another, I put another little thing in my thumbnail about that. So yeah, I have the just breathe, the quote on my thigh, and then on my rib, which I get, honestly, I've had so many people like judge me for this, but the quote on my, or the words on my rib at least, they say perfectly imperfect. And a lot of people think, oh my god, that's a really girly tattoo, or that's such a stupid tattoo. But actually, a lot of people, like, you probably already know this, but a lot of people struggle with body image, and I've never really had a bad mindset towards how I look. I'm pretty positive and confident all the time, but when I'm at the gym, I got this tattoo on my rib because I love going to the gym just in a sports bra. And it's my little thing, so when I'm looking in the mirror, whether I ate the most amazing healthy food for like weeks straight and I'm shredded, or if I ate too many muffins and donuts and I have a little bit of a food baby, I'm perfectly imperfect. It's perfect to be how you are, whether it's shredded, fluffy, like anything like that. It's my little motivation on my rib that reminds me, if I'm wearing a sports bra and if I ever have a moment where I'm just kind of like, ooh, maybe I should have put a shirt on, it's like, no, like I can wear what I want to wear. I'm fine how I am. I'm perfectly imperfect. So that's another one of my tattoos. And then pretty much the rest of my tattoos are all family related, and again, they're just one of my biggest motivations and supporters in life, so that's why I'm covered in family tattoos. But I want to go into who motivates me and why they motivate me. And I'm not going to say too much information about this, but I want to explain my parents are my biggest motivation, because from when they grew up, my dad, he worked at a car dealership, I want to say since he was like 16 maybe, and he went through probably every little stage of working in a dealership, all that stuff, and worked his way up to building his dream and reaching his goals of owning a dealership, which is pretty freaking cool and inspiring, knowing that with the amount of stuff they went through and had to deal with and all that, as they grew together and like built the family that they have now with me and my brother, it's so inspiring to know that they never gave up during that time and like always kept going, even if it got hard. Like, just to see where they are now and what they get to do and how they are, it's so cool. And I honestly, like, I could never give up now that I see how they are and what they've accomplished and achieved. So they're literally my biggest motivation. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom for like as long as I can remember. Now she does stuff at the dealership, which is so cool because I get to hang out with my family all day pretty much at work, which is awesome. But my mom was literally the best mom, and I could not even explain how amazing she was. But she was always there for me. She drove me to and from gymnastics, which were ridiculous amounts of times and hours a week. Supported my gymnastics. My parents were always there for my competitions, and literally just the most supportive, amazing people I could ever imagine. And they are like the best friend movie couple. Like, they're my favorite people ever. I can't even explain it, but they are my inspiration and motivation, and that's why, because Like, they're not just because of my parents, but they're freaking amazing people. And like the last little bit I wanted to talk about was how I got motivated and why I got motivated. So I kind of just went through like how, which was all the stuff I went through. I never let it tear me apart. I always let it bring me back up, I guess. So I was never like, oh, they did this, so I have to be negative on this situation. It'd be like, okay, they did this, so what is a positive I can bring out of that? Be like, if somebody told me like, oh, you're never gonna make it in life and you're never gonna make it on your own. And a lot of it would be like, oh, because like you're never gonna make it unless daddy gets it for you, daddy does this for you, and like stuff like that. So it's like I never was like, okay, like I would never think like, oh, maybe they're right, maybe I won't make it, maybe I'm not good enough to do it on my own. I'd be like, okay, so now here's my challenge, and I'm gonna prove to them that I can do this on my own, that I'm like worthy of my own title in life, and I'm gonna make it on my own without daddy buying it and all that stupid stuff. So I used a lot of people as my motivation, and they're still my motivation, but right now, like the amount of like amazing clients I have, my friends, family, like everybody, they are my biggest motivation, because I always have people supporting me and encouraging me and motivating me. So I found like the perfect grouping of people that have inspired me, motivated me for quite a little while now, and they continue to do it every single day. And how I stay motivated is even when I don't feel like going to the gym, and I don't feel like going to work, and I don't feel like doing anything, I think about everything like that could come from if I go and do it. So if I don't want to go to the gym and I go to the gym, first of all, I'm gonna feel better, I'm gonna have more energy, I'm gonna feel accomplished, and I'm gonna get gains and grow my butt and all the things I want to do. Or I could just sit at home and regret it and complain and not like my body and stuff like that. So like I use every little downer moment of my life as an upper moment, I guess, if that makes any sense. So anytime I think about something that I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it, it's like, if I don't want to go to work, first of all, if I don't go to work, I'm gonna get fired. So like that's one motivation to go to work. But also I go to work, I make money, I can support the life I want to live and enjoy my life. So why would I not want to go to work? If I want to sit at home, not have any money, I wouldn't be able to have the home I have right now. I wouldn't be able to live on my own, like anything. I wouldn't be able to do anything. So that's a motivation to get up, go every day, whether you love your job or not. Just, it's one of my motivations. And like if I don't want to, again, like if I don't want to go to the gym, I have all my reasonings behind that. If I don't want to say, like yesterday, I did not want to pack my house up, but I'm moving it to a nicer place and it's going to be a fresh start and it's going to be amazing. So I use that as my motivation and ended up packing a bunch. So there's just so many little things that you can take from blah situations is the best way to explain it, from a negative perspective to a positive perspective without having to like feel completely like nah about your decisions. Think about, like, make a chart. If you have a bad situation, like if you suck at going to the gym and you can't get motivation, make a chart on your fridge that says pros, cons, what are the differences, like what are you gonna gain and lose from going for an hour or 45 minutes just to go to the gym and work on yourself and your health and your life and all that stuff. Like just make a good chart on things that are gonna motivate you to get up and go to the gym. Or the same thing, or one thing I posted the other day was how to set a goal. And it's setting one main goal, putting like 3 baby goals behind it for steps along the way, and then also making a gains and losses chart. So if you have a gain from a situation and a loss, so if you make, say my goal is to have abs, okay? So it's like I have gains of the body I love, shredded abs that I've always wanted, and I kind of had this summer, happiness, self-love, self-positivity, like so many things. But then if I went and put like, oh, I couldn't eat McDonald's and I couldn't eat this and I couldn't have candy and I couldn't drink pop and I couldn't go drinking and like stuff like that, and if my list came like beyond the amounts of gains I'd get from it, then am I really that intrigued by this goal? So if you have a goal, make a gains and losses, and if your losses outweigh your gains, then rethink your goal, because obviously if you're losing more than you're gaining, then and it's an issue for you, then it's probably not the most important goal. So rethink it, readjust it, and make it so that you're gaining more than you're losing. So that is my little rant today about how I stay motivated, what motivates me, why I have tattoos that I do because of all the stuff I went through. yeah, just my life in a 15-minute recap pretty much. But honestly guys, I'm super motivated all the time. I'm a positive person. Every single day on my Instagram I post something that says have the best freaking day of your life and like a little blurb about it, and I save them so people can see them anytime they want them. But I love being positive, and I cut all the negatives out of my life finally, so I'm feeling amazing. I'm pretty much motivated 24/7, except for yesterday because I woke up 10 minutes before I had to go to work and looked homeless when I was at work, and it was just not a fun morning. But I changed it by like 11 o'clock in the morning. I was pretty hyped up, positive, motivated, and had a great day after that. But you know what? It's all about your mindset and how you want to live your life. And it's, if you don't want to be positive, nobody can control that. It's up to you on how you want to react and how you want to have your life go and how you want your days to be. And I'm just living it like I'm having the best time of my life, which I pretty much am, but I'm not holding back, and I'm always having a great time. I'm always positive, and even when I have a moment where I'm just like in tears, broken down, I don't know what to do, it's like I call my mom or I talk to a friend, and then I'm like, why am I even sad about this? Like, I don't care about this anymore. And then it's like I'm at the gym, and then it's like having the best day of my life and beyond positive again. So there's always little things you can do. Everybody's gonna have breakdowns, you're gonna have bad days, bad moments, but it's all about your mindset and how you want to look at things and how you want to adjust and react and have your days spent. So with that being said, I hope you have the best freaking day of your life, and just go and crush your goals. Go and live your life to the fullest, and don't overthink things. Just do things however you want and when you want, and just have a good time, because you get one life and it's not very long, so might as well live it to the fullest. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave comments below for video suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video with me. Make sure you hit the little notification bell as well so you get notified when I post videos. Plus, I'm still trying to make videos, but I'm really struggling, guys, because now I'm moving, and I'm like went from being always busy to not busy to now moving, so now it's like trying to do one video a week. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I'm going to try to make maybe a workout video next, so I will see you in that one. Bye.